सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि। ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Hari Om. We will chant देव पितृ कार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यम्. I hope you got the page 65, 60. And those who have mantra pushpam, they should chant from that. Last paragraph of page 20. देव पितृ कार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यम्. मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यम्। श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया देयम् श्रिया देयम् ह्रिया देयम् भियादेयं संविदादेयम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We were seeing the first Valli, and in this first Valli, this is based on, you heard, Dharma and Upasana. When I say Dharma and Upasana, it means that the uncontrolled, unsurrendered I you are dealing. With Gyan Marg, you deal with the ignorant I. So there is an uncontrolled personality and there is a self-asserting personality. So there is insistent personality, something resistant personality, and assertant personality. So how to tackle that is the work of Dharma and Upasana. You can't exclude, because if Upasana is not done, you will have no point of surrender. That day, before yesterday, we had seen about Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. We have to cultivate the offerable me in me. I am cultivating, or I have cultivated the offerable I. From non-offerable I have discovered to offer myself. Means what? Means, if you remember, offerable I comes from enhanced sense of receiving. Enhanced sense of receiving is when you intellectually, emotionally, and physically do some seva. And by this you are able to offer. If somebody has done 20 action for you, 40 action for you, 100 action for you, and you are very much aware that I have been assisted by this in so many ways. So after that, one, with respect to that getting, one soft eye comes which wants to give. So the desire to offer, not an object, please be careful. Desire not to offer object, but desire to offer I. When I say desire to offer I, it means that my life, my emotions, my action, all will be for you now. This is called Samarpana Vritti. I had mentioned about that. You know, all sins emerge from non-surrendered personality. The source of all sin is non-surrendered I or non-surrendered personality who doesn't give its desire, who doesn't accept what cannot be changed, who asserts its own viewpoint very strongly, who wants to have separate agenda, who lives for its own fame, who has his own ways. So since seed of sin is in non-surrendered I, where I don't accept anybody in the world as representation of God for anybody. So scripture said, okay, you cannot accept anybody as a representation of God, I can understand. But there are lot of golak of Ishwar, point of expression of Ishwar. At least there you can easily do, you can understand, okay, this portion Ishwar has expressed. So try to increase your surrendered personality. I'm repeating it. All these things are not natural. It has to be cultured. It has to be brought out. It is not that like natural means the hairs become grey is natural. Or I start gaining weight is natural. As you grow in age, your metabolism slows down. So you are likely, if you see your photograph 20 years back, you will see that you are much thinner. And you feel very embarrassed. See, I am just putting on the weight. If you have seen photograph, you will feel how thinner you were. And you will also become fatter when you grow old. Fatter means more than what you are. This is a fact. Because metabolism does slow down. Therefore, I don't see my old photograph. Best is this. So, I am saying that the point here is that what I cannot change, when you don't accept something, some fruit of action God has given you and I could not accept. So non-acceptance of any person or any non-changeable situation sits in my heart as anger and reaction. Accepting makes you softer and you have grown over that issue. So when you are surrendered, you grow over small matters of your life. When you are non-surrendered, very small things come back and trouble you. You will be surprised to know that you must be thinking that many people die. Maximum people don't die by, lion or tigers. You think maximum people die by lion, tiger. No. I'm talking about the whole world, not South Africa. Or hippos, or rhinos, or even snakes. Minimum people die by attack of lion and tiger. Because the person is very careful that this place has lion or tiger, I will not go. You'll be surprised to know that maximum death in this world is by mosquitoes. Maximum death. Malaria and so many different diseases are there. So the small issues bother us more. So ego is a very strong friend of non-accepting. Ego is resistor. So when you have area of surrender, so you saw, okay, my mother, my father, they have done 100 action for me. They have done 200 action. So when you think, so slowly you feel, I think I should also do something. Howsoever, if they have done something wrong, they'll get their separate fruit of action. I should not give them the fruit of action. Therefore it is said, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. I described in detail. In other words, the surrendered personality has to be cultivated by doing puja, by chanting something, by physical expression of that, by emotionally thinking. Keep on repeating what I was and what I am after getting. So give separate time in a day. Give 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That what I got, I say sometime write it. So you will feel more quieter. Write what you have got from your father, mother, teacher, whom you want to revere, and where you find my surrender is not that much as it should have been. Unsurrendered personality is a sinner. Because from that I do what I want. I can't stop myself. If passion comes, I can't stop. Because I have no altar to sing, see, that altar will not be happy by my action. If anger comes, I can't stop. I feel, when you have an altar, you feel conscious and sensitive about that. That my father, mother, teacher will not like. Anyway, let's give up. If he doesn't like, why should I do something? Displease him. I can't see him displeased. I can see anything, but I can't see him displeased. I don't want to give any pain and trouble. You become very sensitive about the pain my altar, my father, my mother, or my teacher especially has got because of me. It's a killing feeling. Killing feeling. Better if I died. It is better I die rather than I am the source of problem too. Or I do something. So if I do something wrong, supposing I react, supposing I am attached to somebody, or supposing I got angry, and I feel that he is upset, or it will not, so I don't do it. There's a pain. And if surrender is not there, I don't bother after that. So surrender is the facilitator of your dharma actually. Are you understanding? So therefore scripture said, let us make an altar. Like when you go to certain places, I always say to the brahmacharis also, you go to certain new place. So first thing in the room you make one altar. You have your murti. You have your murti. Even a small murti may be there. So what you do? You put a small stool or something you make, and you make an altar and at least offer some thing to it, and you feel he is a God in my room, he is a Lord, and I will be aware of him. Why you are making an altar? To be aware of him. So when you have in your heart samarpya, so your life is safer. You are unlikely to do very big mistakes. You will do some mistakes, but you will correct it fast. You do mistakes. My nature is like that. I am a human. I am coming from hundreds of horrible actions I have done. So it's not that I will not do mistakes, but the correcting time will be faster. Realizing time will, because I will refer to the altar. Don't think you go to the altar only. When you go to the altar, you think about what I did, what I didn't do. So it is a protected life. Therefore, Goswami says, Kavach Abhed Vipra Guru Puja. The puja of Guru or Brahmins is like the armor. It's an armor for you. You will never do very big blunder in life. Because by the time you are doing mistake, you will tell, or you will confess, or you will feel very ashamed, or you will have a lot of pain, and you will be still freer. And therefore it is very imperative to have a live altar. Because Bhagwan Murti, you can bluff him. He is not, I don't get as response, or I don't see his anger as evident as I see the anger of my teacher or my father, mother. Even if he's angry, he doesn't do anything rightly. Here my father stopped talking, my teacher stopped talking. So it becomes a very big issue in my mind. And therefore I say from the early age, the altar should be built in the heart. And therefore the best system was to take him in the Gurukul when he's 9, 10. So 2, 3, 5 years he develops a reverence. And in his heart there is a reference point. He will not hide something, or he will not be pretending to do something else. So somewhere he will be little safer. Even if pain is there, he said, okay, I'll go through the pain. Don't worry about that. I have pain. I have pain. I have emotional pain. But I'll go through it. I'll get out of it. Don't worry. You come first. Everywhere you come first. It's fine. I'll go through it. I'll change myself. Whatever you are doing is right. You are whatever is saying. And you discover in due time, I think he was right. I think he was right. So it becomes more and more as you grow in age, your surrender becomes little more and more softer and more firm surrender is there. So not only that, you have a fencing in your mind, but also channelization that this I have to complete, this thought, this I have to do. I hope you are grasping my point. Otherwise, you don't know what a person will do. You don't know. If a person doesn't listen to anybody, is most dangerous person. Because you don't know where he will do. I always say doing a mistake is not a problem. Mistakes are there. We all make mistakes. But justifying it and continuing that and not listening to anybody, that has made a person, he will be out of a system. You can't survive that. And because you don't have surrendered, therefore you don't bother. And therefore scripture says, see, in your life, if you don't have anybody, supposing Guru is not there, at least try to please that aspect of your mother and father which is right. Maybe some aspect of your mother and father may not be right. They may be whimsical, they may be unnecessarily upset, they may be shouting. I ignore that. But there is an aspect of the mother and father which is adorable also, which is worth respectable also. Which is respectable also. Nobody is saying anything. You continue. It is a fact. Don't, because my father drinks or my mother shouts, doesn't mean they are bad. There is an aspect which has, I owe a debt to them. There is a point which they are right, they have served, he is right. And to that aspect at least do the address if you don't have acharya. As acharya you get, then you are too lucky, and you have done very good action if you have surrendered or you want to surrender to acharya. I mean, you have done very good actions in the past. Punya binu milahi nasnata. But if acharya is not there, at least try to master these areas. I hope you will be agreeing with. And you will realize that when mistakes are made and blunders are made and I can't stop and I am not that happy, you will realize it in your quiet moments. There are humble moments also in our day where I am honest to myself. We realize if I had more surrender, I would have been more happier, more serving, more softer. And if I was reborn, at least I will not be like this. I will be a much surrendered person next one. If at all I was reborn, then I will be not like this. I have a hardness, or I have a fault-seeing tendency, or I didn't serve. I will also serve. My personality will be different than what I have. I miss this time. I don't have that much of bhav or emotions or maybe vritti. But if I had that, the total I had given myself, I would have been very quiet and I would have been a big source of joy, of fulfillment to my father, mother, teacher, whosoever is there in my life. whom I really revere and who adore, and I would have given everything. I'd have loved that person who had given everything, who had not seen fault, who had not been assertive, who is not jealous, who is not hating, who is not competing, who is not having complexes. All these things should not have been there. One person went to a Khandananji. She said, no, one lady was there. She said, Swamiji, I am Krishna Bhakt. Well, very good. So I had a murti of Radha Krishna. But I removed Radhaji. He said, why you removed? Only because I am jealous of Radha. He should not love anybody else than me. So Swamiji said, in love, how could you see someone other than him? And supposing by being Radha, Krishna is more happy, what problem you had? You should be more happy that you bring her so that he is more happy. It's not the question that where from you are coming. In between, where from your joy has come. This is a sign of unsurrendered personality. When the bandwidth of your life will have no total joy, and remember one thing in the evening class, I had said self-forgetfulness is an essential nature of the surrender. If you are not able to forget your joy, your sorrows, what I lose, what I get, then you cannot excel in any area. Forget about spiritual life. Even if you are writing notes and you remember a lot, I have to complete this, there will be times then you cannot do that. There is a flow. When you forget yourself sometimes, I can see the notes, although I write good, but don't think that I have not marked the point. I can see that the disruption of thought is there. Flow is missing in these notes. Someday the same person has very good flow. That means he must have got up in between or he has not concentrated. Flow is missing. Someday, wow, what a flow is there. And when flow is there, then you forget yourself. And then some excellent. So surrender, I have to forget what I like, what I am a big, I am a small. Arey bhai, hum marne ke liye aaye. I have come to die on this path. I have come for the death, wanting the death of my ahankar and ego. This was, I entered into the gates of the ashram. There is a difference between married life and this life. In married life, you are born, you go inside to assert yourself, to possess somebody, to have identity that I am the husband now, I am the wife now, she is my wife, my wife, my wife. Who is she? My wife, my daughter. You are coming there for attachment aversion. Here I have come to voluntarily, I have chosen for my ego's death. I have voluntarily chosen. And therefore don't make anybody wife, husband there. When you have already wanted that. You came for something and you started something else. So, that is the point. Don't see anybody's fault, etc. Don't do anything that ahankar will come out. Because you are in a wrong place. If that is the place, you should go for another life. Here nobody will give any value to you. Here, if you have not eaten breakfast, nobody will ask. If you are wife, husband, they will ask 10 times. It is not an ego pampering center. It's an ego obliterating center. And there are some people especially made for that. They are designed to rub off your anger. God has especially planted around you. Not to trouble you, but they are mirror for you. You see, oh my God, again my mood got down. So, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Remember 3 kinds of Atithi I had told? They are not guests. Highest kind were sannyasis were there. Then Pandits etc. were there. Then the guests etc. are there who come to see sightseeing etc. So, and the hotel etc. you take them to entertain them. Not that. But this is the where you see God. Because this person has no acharya bhi nahi hai. It is difficult. Now teacher is giving a statutory warning. What he is saying, I hope you are understanding the intention. You get a road map. What is the meaning of surrender? What is the meaning of dharma? What is the meaning of Matra Devo Bhava? It is not mother is respectable. There is no point. Not as a point. Not respectable. She is a golak of God. God is expressed through that. God will not come through any just like you. So now teacher is saying, students, please understand. Yani anavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani no itarani. While living with me, it is possible that you could have seen me. Some action may not be great about me. You must have seen. Please note, what action should be done? There are three things. One is Shruti, other is Smriti, and third is called Shishtachar. There are three sources of dharma. What the Vedas say, called Shruti. What the Smriti says, Yagival Smriti, Manu Smriti, Bhagavad Gita, Parashar Smriti, which is great, made by any rishi. Shruti is not made by anybody. So they are saying certain things, what is right, what is not right. Third thing, supposing many people have not read, not heard. So their reference point is any great person is there. Saiv Pantha Yen Gato Mahajana. That is the path where great people have walked. That is called Shishtachar. Shishtachar. Great people are there. So his teacher is saying, see, it is possible. What is possible? That while I am living, maybe you interpreted my action as wrong, some of my action. It was your personal bias and interpretation. Or other possibilities, I may have slipped on certain action. If you feel. Please note, from his angle it may not be wrong. From your angle it may be wrong. Because you don't know the complete picture. Maybe you don't know that this was the way here. So it is possible, if this is the case, don't imitate or follow that action of mine. That action which you feel was immaculate and right, that alone you follow. See the honesty of the teacher here. Yani anavadyani karmani. Anavadyani means which is sinless, which is non-despicable action. Yani anavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani. That should be followed. No itarani. Don't follow something else. Yani asmakagam sucharitani. What was nice character, what you felt very beautiful in my personality, that alone you should repeat. You should. Tani ev tvaya upasyani adrishtarthani, because that will create fruit of action. Niyamen, that you should definitely do. You do that upasana which will give you good fruit. Tani tvaya upasyani. Hope you are. Because when you live, people always are fond of asking questions on exceptions. And that should not be asked. Why did Eklav's thumb was taken away by Dronacharya? Tumko marenge do ja par. Asking same question. Ask Eklav and ask Dronacharya. Why are asking me? They will not ask 10 qualities of Dronacharya. That he was a great person. Dronacharya was no ordinary person. Whom Bhagwan Krishna used to do namaskar. These people were not human. They were great people. In their life, there may be 1-2 action which either I didn't understand, or I think they are wrong, maybe, or I didn't understand. Either possibilities. Then better to be, I protect my faith, therefore I say, okay, I didn't understand why he asked it. Why he did like that? He thought he will be competitor of Arjuna. Who? Eklavya, sleeping or what? So he thought Eklavya will become competitor of Arjuna. and he will attack the Hastinapur empire. And if he attacks, then you don't know who will start ruling, and you don't know what kind of kingdom will start. Therefore, these people were seeing 50 years down the line, 25 years down the line, 100 years down the line. In his clan, I don't know, the blood is, I don't know what blood will be in. Therefore, they wanted to nip in the bud. This is an explanation. But better explanation is, just it was, this episode told the Guru Bhakti of Eklavya. If this incident had not happened, if he had, then he would not have become immortal. Finish this topic. Don't try to discuss too much and put Dronachar into prison. People don't understand. They think as I am foolish, others are also foolish. Or, why? How can Draupadi had 5 husbands, Swamiji? That intention is not to tell that you should have 5 husbands. That intention is to tell that how much followed he Matra Devo Bhava was in Arjun's mind. When he conquered Draupadi and he came along with Draupadi, you know the story, from outside he said, Mama, I have brought someone for you. And mother casually said, please distribute among 5 brothers. Like you distribute the eatables or you distribute. Now he could have easily said, and mother said, no, sorry, this was not the meaning. But Arjuna said, Ma, I have never disobeyed you. Imagine that. So it was to tell more about his Matra Bhakti rather than don't go into the intricate incident. There is something is follow the words and follow the spirit. Don't follow the letter, follow the spirit of that. There is an intended meaning rather than the direct meaning of that. So don't make it a rule there. I hope. Like that, why did Bhagwan Ram ask Sita ji to go? Intended meaning is not that. Intended meaning is to show the surrender of Mother Sita. Intended meaning is to tell how much he was a Raja or a king who could do any sacrifice for the welfare and to keep the Shraddha of the people. This was the intended meaning. Always somewhere Vachyat doesn't work. Then you see the Lakshyat. When direct meaning is not working, then we go to intended meaning. I hope you are. So this is the meaning. Because if you think, supposing you have an altar, I say that he is my Guru or Father. Dekho, Shraddha and Dosh doesn't go together. Shraddha and seeing fault, they will contradict. The result will be my Shraddha will go down. When my Shraddha will go down, my Samarpan will be lost. When my Samarpan is lost, then I will have no altar left for my purifying my character and taking instructions or do my sadhana, whole my ground will be shaken up of my sadhana. And therefore, I say keep your altar safe. You don't throw the garbage on the sanctum. Similarly, if I have accepted somebody, then that is finished. Then I won't see at least the fault there. So this is to safeguard my own interest. And some people are like a crow. Everywhere they see fault. Like the crow picks up the dirt anywhere. In Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Shiva, it's their nature. It's called proofreading attitude. So, like when you read the proof to see where the spelling mistake is there, where letters are not placed. So it is their nature. So these people, surrender is never possible. Anybody, even Bhagwan comes, they will find fault. They are not surrender. Their personality doesn't have surrender, and therefore their sadhana, their character, their thoughts will never get, because blessings are not there. Because they could not go very high because they didn't follow somebody. Somebody could have given you bigger sadhana and you would have followed a lot, you have grown a lot. Without surrender, you don't go high because you don't know what are the sadhanas available after this point. Okay, I'm doing ABCD sadhana. But is there a bigger sadhana? Yes. My mind is disturbed. Can I tell about my mind? Can I get out of this problem of my mind? So these teachers, these acharyas, they are masters. They have lived the life and therefore they know what is the medicine for this kind of problem of the mental. And therefore they can push us. I need a push. But when you have this, false attitude, then whole world, everywhere you cannot surrender. Because somewhere you will see this. Ultimately, at the end of the life, when you will 60, 70, you will find that nobody was very happy with me in my life. Because I never gave my heart to anybody. I never gave love to anybody. Maybe Brahmaji came, but Brahmaji also was wrong. Bhagwan Ram was also wrong in my eyes. Everywhere is there. So this way you cannot progress. Dekho Bhagwan Ram, what I said, don't forget my point. He said, Kekai is my altar. Kekai did such a, whole world was accusing her, except Bhagwan Ram. He said, but I have given a place. I don't want to disturb that place in my heart. That place I have given. And I don't want to, disturb. That is there. What is there? What is there? I don't want to take out that place and create a problem for myself. I don't want to create an emotional tug-of-war inside. I have given a place that she is like my mother and she has given me a lot. And whatever she will say, I will do it. So I will not live in conflict. I will not live in contradictions inside. Scriptures say, even if your mother is a prostitute, she is worth adoring. You'll be surprised. Because her bad action, she will get the result. But what good action, what pain she has taken to deliver you, you have not paid that pain. There is no price for the pain anybody has gone to give out something good to you. He has gone through a pain. She has gone through a pain to give you the birth. How much have you paid for that pain? I hope you are following. And therefore teacher is saying, please protect your faith. Please protect your Shraddha. Ishta Devata is there. Somebody talks bad. Everybody cannot argue why he is wrong. Better to go and leave the place. Because scriptures say either cut the tongue of the person if somebody talks bad about your Ishta or Guru, or leave the place. Cut the tongue means answer. If you have mind, intellect, make him understand. But don't spoil your altar. It is very difficult, otherwise everything will be falling apart. You remember the story of Naradji and Parvatiji. Naradji was the Guru. So Saptarishi had come to disturb her faith. She said, whom are you marrying? Whom you are wanting? Narad is totally off-minded. He is cynical, eccentric person. How can you? Many things he said. He said, there is no question of thinking now. One boy and one girl, they were in love. They wanted to marry. They were almost getting married. Then said, can we see horoscope? I said, don't see horoscope. When already you decided you have to marry and now you cannot break away, so don't see horoscope and disturb that marriage. And please, then the boy said, I had past affair. I said, don't talk about it. If you had past affair with somebody, don't talk and disturb this relation. And to girl also, don't talk. That is over. That is over. Don't bring it out again, because when he will be angry, he will quote that. In his light and angry moments, he'll dig that and then it will hurt you a lot. Let us wipe the clean. I am no longer an associate. I am no longer with any relation with anybody. I am just for you. Just say and finish that matter. Otherwise you are bringing and you don't know again that will happen and don't really have no relation. I am not saying, I mean it. Please don't keep in touch everywhere. Everywhere you need not be in touch. This is common. We'll be in touch. No need to be in touch. No need. It will be risky to be there. You don't go to the wire, naked wire, and say we'll be in touch. You'll get shocks. So no need to touch that. It will give you a shock. Just see from a distance and go out, go away. So this was said now. Now, next point. I hope you are following all these things. You deliberate, contemplate over it, and pray to the God. Ye ke chasmat shreya gamso brahmanaha tesham toyasanena prashvasitavyam. This is one point. He said it is possible, students, when you go in the field, when you go out in the world, so you meet some acharya, some saint. Visheshita, Bhaskar writes Visheshita, endowed with some great virtues. Here, Brahman means Gunu Brahman, one who has great qualities. Maybe somebody has done lot of jap. Maybe somebody is very learned. Maybe somebody is very good thinker. So you mean them. And your position is very less in compared to that position regarding knowledge, regarding character, regarding upasana, regarding understanding, regarding anything. So, and you come across. So, here Bhashkar writes Shreyam. So, he said they may be better than me also. The teacher is saying you may get somebody who is asmatta. Compared to S, they are better than me. So, not Kshatriya they are. They are not better than others. They are better than me. I am already good, but they may be better than us. So what shall you do? Please don't neglect them. First of all is this. Tesham tvaya asanena prashvasitavyam. You give asan. Asan means seat, etc. Seat, etc. And prashvasitavyam means tvaya shramapanayana. Please take away their tiredness. Shramaha tvaya apanetavya. Because they were walking, most of them. Earlier too much of these vehicles were not there. This car came hardly 100 years back. So they may be walking around, they may be walking, they may be hungry, they may be thirsty. So first thing is, you should remove their hunger, thirst, and maybe you have to press the feet. You know, when Akrurji came from Mathura to fetch Bhagwan Krishna. So, first what Bhagwan did, Bhagwan took them to their own house, and there he served them food. He didn't ask any questions. Why have you come? First served them food. After having the food, then he offered water, pan. After he settled well, then the conversation is started. Understood, no? So there are two meanings. First meaning is that please settle them. Please give them a due place. Due. Another important point is, please understand, very less people I have seen have, that please serve somebody. Any great person around you comes, do some seva. At least offer object, offer emotion, and offer ahankar. Three things are offerable. Object, emotion, words, and don't be just mute. Ask, how are you? Can I do something for you? It has been long since I saw you. How's everything going on? I hope on the way you didn't have any problem. If you didn't have any problem, I can give some. Don't say all this. So, please, biggest, you can give relaxation to anybody by speaking. I'm telling you. And very 90% people don't know how to speak. They blurt out anything. I hope you had food. Arey bhai, don't ask this question because This is not the way. Or you are serving, don't ask, you will eat this also. Don't say also that. Don't say. Don't just pour everything, dhada, 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 dhada. When somebody is eating, you are intruding into his private area. Don't just put third, third, third. He will get irritated. Just put at a corner so that he is not irritated. Because it is intruding in somebody's area where he doesn't want. Somebody is imposing upon you. So best is just put here, slowly you see. It's a delicate work. Otherwise it is more a person brings out a reaction of the one who is eating. You must have seen that somebody, if it keeps on pouring, then you get more angry while eating. Then he is not listening. Or some people don't give anything. Both categories are there. So, that is standing. What's subtle work? Or when you offered, make him happy. Why? Because he will give you knowledge. He will give you grace. He will give you some good advice. And after meeting, he will feel it was good meeting to you. Some people I have seen you meet for a very short time, but the indelible impression is there. Some people you live whole life, no impression is there. Nothing touching they do or touching they say. They don't touch your life. Some people here touch your core of your heart. In a short time, he touched the core of my personality. He said certain thing or he did certain thing. So you are offering yourself. This is the one meaning. Tesham tvaya asanena. Na will be associated. So he is relaxed now. He is, by their humility, by this, he is feeling more, you made him feel your own. Asanena prashvasitavyam. This is one meaning. Otherwise the person feels like going away fast. He feels, let me move forward. It should not be, he should feel like, yes, I want to spend time with you. If at all I have to spend time and I want somebody, I think it will be you only. Or you should be one whom I can spend time when I am alone. I can spend a lot of time with you. Because you have such a beauty. This is Ramji's nature. When he went, Vishwamitra went, every day Ramji was going and saying, you stay for a few more days. After Dhanush Bhang, he went to Ayodhya. So that was the nature of Bhagavan. When you don't have a demanding nature, you don't have a comparing nature, you don't have a moody nature. भैया इनका तो mood ही खराब है, क्या हो गया भैया? So when you have to pay attention, it's the worst thing of paying. Because who will set his mood now? His face is hanging. What happened today? Yesterday night I explained you. What happened now? Now that person, he said like this and ran away. Then again we explain. You get tired of talking sometimes. Then he is okay now. Again in the night he is okay. But again tomorrow morning there is something else. So any person who is at a higher level, remember one thing, he wants to be free. Whether he is a musician, whether he is a scientist, you don't come in between him and his subject. Because he dwells and revels in some higher area. वो घर की मम्मी नहीं है कि झगड़ा शांत करवा रही है. ये ऑफिस का, he is not office going person. He has a higher area of thinking. He doesn't want any issue should come in my life. And therefore some people leave house because they don't want the house issues to be coming on the way of his sadhana. I don't want to pay attention to anybody, including father, mother, and therefore they leave the house and become sannyasis, etc. So this is one meaning. Second meaning is, ठीक है ना? So you press the feet, you gave food, water, took care, took care, made the bed, gave him rest. Don't ask, when are you going? Don't ask such question. I told you, maximum tension you can give by words. And maximum relaxation is your words. Not everybody knows how to put the words, what should be the pitch, what should be my face language, my body language. That should not be the way. Second meaning here, Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, he says, Tvaya asane. Supposing he is sitting, he is separating na and asan there. He is sitting in a congregation. At that time, those start pressing his feet. Why? He is talking, it will disturb him. Don't start giving the food. Don't run around here and there and disturb the thought. Another environment is there. He is talking to someone, he is giving an answer, you start pressing the feet. Or you start giving water at that, or you start giving food. Wait, let it be over. It is better to have an intelligent enemy rather than foolish person serving you. It's because you don't know he will do something silly. So here, Goshti nimitte samudde teshu na pramadit. Don't even breathe heavily. Supposing he is sitting there, he is asking some question and giving, and you are breathing heavily. Na prashvasitavyam. This is second meaning. Don't have a quiet presence. When you are in presence, don't have a noisy presence that you are moving. Or you are cleaning, blowing your nose. This is sabha going on. Learn to respect the congregation's nature. Or your mosquito has come in. In a quiet environment, in a room, behave like as the person in the room. This is not your room. So there has to be a certain level of quietness in you. Silence should exude you. Otherwise mobile is ringing. Then this is there. Then you go out all of a sudden. Then again come in. Then go out. Again come in. It will disturb the person. Go out only if you have a work. If you have work, please go out and do the work. Don't disturb if he is talking to someone or something is there. Or maybe he is talking on his scriptures. Please respect that place and person. This is given. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Well, but supposing I feel like coughing, then go out. If it is too much. Little is okay. When some people cough at the time where the main word was said. They are expert. Here also it happened. So, teacher is saying, the consciousness is infinite. Now, that main word is missed out. We must have seen here also. So, I don't know why it happens. Then again, he should repeat that again, main point he should again say. Then others say like that. क्या करे ह्यूमन इज सो कमजोर इतना कमजोर आदमी है सो आसरेण प्रश्वसितव्यम इसीलिए I think some people don't take care of the mobile. They're ringing, they don't bother because they think if I take out they will think it is my mobile. They pretend as if I have nothing to do with this. Unless somebody points out. Now because of one person, everybody is disturbed. Every year this situation comes. Careless people. That should not be there. When you are opening the book, sound should not come. Some sound may come, but have a minimum sound. Open like this. No sound is there. Be very careful. Do everything with the grace. Then you will start thinking with grace. It is easier to control the gross than the subtle. Be grossly very graceful. Then slowly, subtly also when nobody is around your room, then also be graceful. In your room also be graceful. Don't put any disgraceful clothes because nobody is seeing me. Or eat disgracefully in the room because nobody is there around me. In your room, God is there. He is, Devatas are there. They are there. Presence is there. Photograph of Bhagavan is there. Your Ishta Devata is sitting there. And therefore, one should be careful. See, instructions are there. Now, because he is a grahast, now this is a very important portion. He is now telling how, देखो, please underline, केवल तद उक्त सार ग्राहिणा भवितव्यम. Underline that. Last line. Please read, please get the essence of what he says. Which page is it? 65, first line. So, last line. So, last but one. Okay, last, you can see. Kevalam tad ukta sar grahina bhavitavyam. Please see what main point he said there. Graphs very good. Now, you know, this topic is all over. Which topic? That topic which was around how to behave with some greater person. Now the topic of Dan is coming. And this is a very important portion. Dan. You know, Dan is very important. Why? Because you cannot live without getting. Some people say, you know, I am a very independent person. Arey bhai, sun has given you, moon has given you, society has given you. This text in your hand which is there, you don't know, somebody must have read it, somebody has written it. See how systematically it is written there. Somebody had gone for printing. Earlier block printers were there. Now the printers are laser printer and all. So earlier block printing was there. So that printing has been done. Somebody restored it for you. There are a series of great people who have done work. What about that? You paid for the printing cost and the paper. You had not paid for the retaining of the knowledge for 1,000 years. You have not paid for the hardships when they must have gone to restore it in the Mughal time when the country was being ransacked and libraries were burnt. You don't know. So, 100 things and 100 places you are receiver. From the Devatas, from Pitars, from saints, even from animals, even from your own human beings. So you have consumed a lot. And therefore scripture wants to bring out a sensitive personality which is sensitive to getting, and then you will be sensitive to giving. You are sensitive to getting, and then only you will be sensitive to giving. You are not sensitized that I have what I have received, what I have got, what really I have been getting from these 5 areas, from the Devatas, from the Pitar, from the saints, from the human beings and from the animals also. And therefore, before I pass away, I cannot give everything back, but as much as possible I will give it. And therefore, dan is one of the essential things of our society. I mentioned also, whole society is based on dan. Please note, our head is there, our hands are there, our thighs are there, and legs are there. Head gives vidya dan, hand gives raksha dan, I'll protect the body. Thighs give stability dan, I'll hold the body. And legs give shram dan, they do the leg work, running around. So when the society is there, the Brahmin portion is giving you the Gyan Dan, Vidya Dan. Kshatriya is giving Sharir Dan, Raksha Dan, I'll protect. The Vaishya is giving finance, Dhan Dan. And the Shudra is giving Shram Dan. So all are giving Dan, they are all complementing each other. If head is not there, whole body will fall away. If thighs are not there, you cannot walk. If hands are not there, you cannot protect yourself. If legs are not there, then you cannot do anything. Society is there. So Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all are contributing in some way. So here Bhagavan is telling about especially the Dhandan. Why? Because you need infrastructure. Because the Brahman, Vanaprasthi, Sannyasis, they depend on Grahasth for their food and ashram development. And therefore, if this Dan is not there, so these ashrams which are the vritti data, they will be extinct. So culture of Dan was put in the blood and veins when he was hardly 10-15-year-old. Why? Because you have to support. Now he is in the ashram. And ashram gave him knowledge. Now, now when you go and earn, you have to support the same ashram. A teacher will not go and earn money because he is investing his time in thinking, in reading, in writing, in contemplating. He said, I'll give you the butter of my thinking. But you give me the food and you please see the ashram is well maintained. I need a proper room. I need medication. One student comes, you need room, medication, insurances, clothes. 100 things are associated with one person actually. So they were also having 5,000-6,000 students. They say all the students need clothing. They need. So you also please give dan to them. Anybody comes on your door, please see that he gets some food from you. All the temples, they are dan. They are all made by dan. Ashrams are made by dan. And therefore, dan is very important aspect of dharma. Even the poor people who can't afford, apart from these three, who are very, what shall I say, less fortunate. They cannot afford, neither they have any job, neither they can work, they are not in a working condition. They have maybe mental problems are there. They have been left by the family or they are abused. Children are there. They are sustained by dan only. If dan is not there, they will be crushed. And therefore, one who has more, his responsibility is to one who has lesser. You cannot go off. God has given you. You give back to Him. You have to complete the circle you have got. Therefore, you give back to God in which form He has come. Don't say, I won't give God. You will not decide the form. In this form, God has come. Because you also have taken a dan. From many places, knowingly, unknowingly, you have taken many things. And now when it comes to giving, you are very calculative. So now you don't have a personality which calculates a lot when it comes to giving. You should also give. Don't be miser in giving at that time now, because you are not miser in taking. Taking, you are taking with both your arms. Now you have to give. And therefore, what should be the attitude while giving? This is now specifying. I hope you are grasping. 1 minute more. He said, Shraddhaya Deyam. Please give with faith. Faith means Don't think he needs it. I need to give. I need to please the God. There is an order there. This understanding that why I should give and who will get it. Who will be pleased at the end of the day? That is called Shraddhayadem. Think though there is a godliness in the person. Don't think he's a poor person, therefore I am giving. Inside there is a God also. Don't feed the poor. Serve the God in the poor. Don't just say poor. God in will be happy. Ashraddhaya adeyam. Don't give if you have any faith. Don't give. Shriya deyam. Give in abundance as per your capacity. You have so much of thing, you are giving very little. When you have got more, you give accordingly. Don't be, you are a billionaire and you are giving very small amount, 100 rand. Or you have 50 million and you are giving only 5,000. 10% of your income should have gone. Oh my God, then nothing will remain with me. So, Shriyadeyam, Hriyadeyam. Give with shame. Why? I don't know, he may not feel that I am giving him less. More is required, but my contribution is very less. That is called Shriyadeyam. Don't think I have given a lot. You cannot give a lot. Much more is there. But people use such a statement, well, I have given a lot. You cannot give a lot. Don't be in a rush to say. Ahankari person, when he gives, he remembers a lot. And he thinks I have given a lot. I have given nothing. Nothing I have given. I have worked a lot. I have served a lot. You have not. There is much more things. Ahankari person, he remembers. Then, bhiyadeyam. Give with little fear. Fear means I am afraid this. I may be speaking wrong. Afraid is why he may not get hurt because he has to take. He should not feel insulted while taking. Lo, le jao. Don't give like that. So bhiyadeyam. Give with little fear. जो संपत्ति शिव दीन दिए, जो शिव संपत्ति शिव रामनी, that property that Shivji gave to Ravan, when Ravan gave 10 head, so is sampati Ramai sakuch deen Raghunath. He gave with shyness, I am giving only Lanka to you. So there should be little modesty in giving. That's sorry, this is the only thing I'm giving. So, bhiyadeyam, samvidadeyam. Samvida has meaning, give with understanding. Somebody is hot and distributing blanket. Don't be foolish in giving. Have understanding. Have understanding what has to be given, has to be given. Somebody where food is required and distributing pan. First give food, don't give pan. Have little wisdom in what has to be given. This is important to know that. What has to be given, where has to be given, what way has to be given, how it has to be given. How it has to be given. Therefore, envelope is there, then you put in envelope and then you give properly. How much is to be given? And samvida also means sanmitradi karyam, to maintain good friendship also should be given. So we will see more. Tomorrow will be the last class and we have one more point. So we will see it on this chapter, Valli. This will be over tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि